Well, we are awaiting a major Supreme Court decision on abortion rights. After a draft opinion on that case leaked, advocates and allies raised concerns that LGBTQ rights could be in danger too. Chase Strangio is here with us in Studio 57. He's the Deputy Director for Transgender Justice with the ACLU's LGBTQ and HIV Project. Thank you for joining us. So, I think people may not understand what Roe v. Wade has to do, what abortion has to do with LGBTQ rights. It's really sort of the underpinning of the law. Can you explain why the overturning of Roe v. Wade could have a ripple effect?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a few reasons why we should be concerned. The first is, as you mentioned, doctrinally, the case of Roe v. Wade relies on legal principles that were also used to, for example, strike down bans on marriage equality, to strike down restrictions on same-sex sodomy. And so once Roe falls, and as we know, it is very likely to, either explicitly or in effect, even if Roberts gets his fifth vote, I think we have a lot of reasons to be very concerned about what's coming. And so there's the legal ways in which LGBTQ rights are under threat. There's also the practical reality of having a court that is brazen enough to be as ideological as they have become, to essentially disregard longstanding precedent, to disregard popular precedent, and to to create this upheaval in people's lives that's exceedingly damaging. That is something we should be concerned about for everyone.
So, Chase, you wrote an op-ed for the online magazine Them, and you point to the, quote, over-reliance on legal system wins and an underinvestment in material redistribution as reasons that queer people are finding their rights in question. Can you explain what you mean by that, and more importantly, what should be done?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can look at any movement and see how, if we think the law is going to fix everything, then we find ourselves in peril. Obviously, Brown versus Board of Education, we still have school segregation. We have Roe v. Wade, but we know that people still aren't accessing abortion. And so when we don't actually look to the material realities of people's lives and just say, yay, same-sex marriage, then, trans people are still being murdered in the street. That, we have high rates of unemployment among Black trans women that is simply being unaddressed by the Supreme Court precedents that we have. So we have to, in this moment especially, invest materially in our communities, which means investing in abortion funds, investing in trans health care, making sure our people are taken care of.
I want to ask you about some news that we heard this week. Swimming World's governing body announced that it is no longer going to allow transgender athletes in women's competitions. But it's very specific. It was if they began taking hormone, if they started with any sort of male puberty. So it was
after 12.
Yeah, 12 was the age, right? So FINA officials are saying that transgender women have a physical advantage over cis women. And now this morning, the president of World Athletics came out and praised that decision. And many people are interpreting that as, maybe there's a possibility that we may see a similar rule when it comes to track and field. I got to get your reaction.
Yeah, I mean, I think, first of all, this is a categorical ban. I mean, nobody is going to be able to prove that they've been monitoring their hormones every few weeks since they were 12. So let's just be real about what's happening here. And also, there's not a single athlete who's trans competing on the world stage at this point in swimming or in track. So what they're doing is regulating a problem that doesn't exist, a hypothetical problem. And at the end of the day, given that there are no trans athletes, who is this going to hurt? Women, cis women, who have been policed always, and that the whole history of sex regulation in sport has just been a way to control the bodies of athletes in women's sports, cis and trans alike. And ultimately, there's a long history of just policing the bodies of Black and brown women from the global South. That is what has always happened with these rules. And of course, this is happening at the most elite levels, but it's going to have an impact on K through 12, where trans kids are going to be targeted, as we've seen in 18 states already that ban trans kids, girls, from sports just to participate alongside their peers.
So why do you think that they took the step at this point? Because this is 5 years ago, no one was talking about this.
Yeah, I mean, I think this has been a weaponized political discourse on the right. They know it's effective. It's made its way globally. It's associated deeply with far-right governments around the world to attack trans people in this way. And if you look at sort of what's happened in the U.S. leading up to 22 and 24, this is a political thing. This is not a practical. They don't care about women's sports. They don't care about women, full stop. But what we're seeing is an opportunistic investment in attacking people that's consolidating power in the lead up to 2022 and 2024 with global ramifications.
Chase, we love talking to you. Unfortunately, we have so much going on today, but it's always great to have you in studio. Thank you very much.
Good to see you both.
Yeah, thank you for your analysis, as always.